So with this upcoming Saturday being the return of Saturday night's main event, I know me personally, I'm super excited to see the return of an old nostalgic show that the WWE would present on a, occasional basis. We saw in the 80s and 90s, they brought back Saturday night's main event for like a quarterly type of an event for NBC. And then in 2006, 2008, we saw it return a few times, but it's something fresh. It's something new, a little bit old and a little bit something new that the WWE wants to present. It's an opportunity to branch out to a wider audience in terms of the NBC and Peacock audience, while also attesting to the diehard fans who are familiar with Saturday night's main event, who are going to get to see people like Jesse the Body Ventura back in the WWE in some capacity for quite some time. But the WWE has to be quite careful and very cautious as to how they present this first Saturday night's main event back, because we've heard the rumblings that it's now going to be coming back 4 times a year, according to Jesse the Body Ventura. But if this show doesn't end with a bang, it might end up biting WWE in the backside. I'm talking about whether or not they choose to pull the trigger on a new champion. We know there's a few matches that are already announced for Saturday night's main event. Obviously, we have the inaugural United States Championship for the women's division to be crowned following the tournament here. We have the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther defending his title in a triple threat match against Finn Balor and Damian Priest. We know Sami Zayn and Drew McIntyre will be competing as well, but that's not necessarily for a title. We also have the Women's World Champion Liv Morgan defending her title against Io Sky, and of course the main event, the main attraction for this event itself, Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. It's the matchup that has really built up a lot of momentum for this event specifically. Now, heading into the matchup itself, I'm of the mindset where Kevin Owens may very well be the one to defeat Cody Rhodes, ending this title reign that has lasted all the way back from WrestleMania 40 and obviously to present day. I think if you're going to end the title reign of Cody Rhodes, it has to be something monumental. It has to be something big, something that we're not expecting. We saw his feud with AJ Styles, which was fun for what it was. The one-off with Logan Paul, of course, the Solo Sikoa storyline there, but none of them really felt like an actual threat to the title reign that Cody Rhodes has had thus far. I look at Kevin Owens and the presentation of his character and how we've really molded him into a logical type of heel, a heel who certainly doesn't believe he's a heel. In fact, when you look at a guy like Kevin Owens, he is in his right mind. It's very difficult to see Kevin Owens and make the argument that he's completely wrong. In today's day and age of the WWE, we have a lot of characters who are very realistic and they approach the storylines on a realism basis. So Kevin Owens may very well have a shot here to unseat Cody Rhodes. The only problem I have with it is if you'd seen on social media earlier today and obviously in the last couple of days, Triple H has revealed that there may be a shot here that Cody Rhodes might be coming out for his matchup at Saturday night's main event with a familiar title. Of course, I'm referring to the title right above my shoulder here, the Winged Eagle, the classic WWE title, a championship that Cody Rhodes has been trying to bring back onto television since winning the title at WrestleMania 40. Now, I know they're obviously saying it's only a one-off. It's for one night only. But I find it very difficult to believe that we're going to have Cody Rhodes come out with this championship, a championship with a decorated history, beloved by so many fans across the world, across generations, and we're going to have him drop the title to Kevin Owens. I personally think it's very out there. It's far-fetched, but it is possible. I mean, you look at a guy like The Rock. The Rock had introduced the new WWE title only to drop it to John Cena shortly after at WrestleMania 29. There is a precedent here. But if we're going off of the current basis, the current storyline that is being told in front of us, Cody Rhodes, for me, I don't think he was walking out as champion. But with this introductory of the old Winged Eagle title, that in itself might change plans. I look at other matches in terms of championship title aspirations. What about Liv Morgan against Io Sky? Liv Morgan has been the champion for quite some time since King and Queen of the Ring defeating Becky Lynch for that title, someone we haven't seen since then. But what if Io Sky were to defeat Liv Morgan? Altering the plans here between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. We know that Io Sky is the number one contender. She's earned that right. She's earned that distinction. She defeats Liv Morgan, allow her to finish off her feud with Rhea Ripley, potentially setting up a future matchup between Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. That certainly would be enticing, and I would be very much into watching. We have the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther, like I mentioned, defending his title against former Judgment Day members and Finn Balor and Damian Priest. I would love to see something fresh here. I would love to see Finn Balor win a World Championship for the first time since 2016, when he had won the Universal Championship and held it for under 24 hours due to an injury. But of course, I don't think that's where that storyline heads. I think Gunther retains the title. I think he heads forward into WrestleMania season with that championship, taking on all comers, big and small. That's a title I certainly do not see changing hands. So it begs the question, what is the title? What is the big surprise for Saturday night's main event? Because like I said, we need to have this show end with a bang. It can't end on a flat note. Otherwise, you're setting in motion what's the expectation for future Saturday night's main event. Keep in mind, the next one will be in January, late January, I believe in San Antonio, Texas. If the WWE wants to get off on the right foot here, heading into the new year with a wave of momentum that hasn't been seen in quite some time. I mean, we're talking about TV ratings. We're talking about stars returning. Big names coming back for the first Raw on Netflix. This is where it starts. The road to WrestleMania, historically, has begun at the Royal Rumble. But this year, it's getting a head start. I think Saturday night's main event here, this upcoming Saturday, is the beginning of many storylines that we will see branch out into WrestleMania 41. Now, whether or not you believe that Cody Rhodes will end the night as WWE Champion, that is certainly the case in which we would have to wait and see. But you saw how Kevin Owens attacked his ankle, rendered him defenseless, and we saw the way they brawled into the ending of the show itself. That lends me to believe that Cody Rhodes, he's on the fence now. His back is up against the wall, essentially. Now, I don't know if you're like me and you try to call him out before you see it, but my prediction is that Cody Rhodes retains that title for the sole reason because of the possibility of the return of the Winged Eagle, whether it's one night or not. I find it very hard to believe that we're going to take that title off of Cody and give it to Kevin. If there was no Winged Eagle, if we were just going with the title as is, Kevin Owens is the betting favorite. But I know for sure it's going to be one hell of a show. It's going to be quite the spectacle. Saturday night's main event, December 14, Nassau Coliseum in Long Island, New York. I know I'll be watching, but I want to hear from you guys. What is your levels of anticipation for Saturday night? Who do you think emerges victorious? And what is the major title change or surprise that you are waiting for following Saturday night's main event? Of course, if you haven't already, make sure you like the video, comment down below your thoughts, and subscribe for more content like this on the channel. Of course, my name is Jose Ramos Jr., and I'll see you guys next time.